Welcome back to the Bridge School Diary. Oggi la nostra teacher Eve spiegherà ai suoi studenti come si svolgerà l'esame Cambridge Young Learners. Come on in!
Okay, so this is the first part of the Cambridge Starters listening. What do we do here? Can you see the picture? We have some objects around it and we have to draw lines, right? We have to listen carefully. So what's important? Sweetie, can you cover your mouth? Please, thank you, darling. So you have to listen very carefully, and it's very important, right, to know the prepositions of place and expressions like, for example, what's the English for accanto? Do you remember? Don't be shy. Next to, exactly. What's the English for dietro? Behind. Fantastic, yes. And how about dentro? That's on. Something can be, for example, the colors are on the table, on the desk, right? And dentro? In. Yes, that's right. So we have to listen very carefully because it will give you the position of every object. Remember, there is one extra. You must not draw the line, you just leave it, okay? Part 2, in the second part, you just have to write a name or a number. We have 2 examples. What is the boy's name? Alex. How old is he? Right? So again, listen carefully. You can write simply the number. You don't have to write it in words. Okay? Just write the number. You have to be quick. Be very careful with the numbers, like 14, 40. Okay, pay attention, try to use logic as well, right? That if it's a boy, he cannot be 40, but 14. Okay, so in part 3, we have some questions, right? And you have 3 pictures. You have to listen very carefully because they will try to confuse you. So before you listen, it is very important that you focus, you concentrate on the question. For example, what's Anna doing? What is Anna doing? So think, what is she doing in A? What is she doing in B? And what is she doing in C? Right? So that you are ready before you listen. It's very important because sometimes you just listen, but you look at the ceiling, you look out of the window, and then you realize, oh, I don't know which one is the answer. So you have to be focused, right, to give the right answer. Part 4 is the one where you have to color. Now be very careful here, because again, also here they try to confuse you. So for example, you have the same object in different positions, right? And one person asks, do you want me to color the boat in the tree? So don't jump and don't color the first time you listen, okay? You have to be quick, but also wait for them to finish the dialogue. So for example, they might say, no, color the one under the tree. Okay, so wait for them to finish everything, the dialogue, the number, because there will be 5 of them. Okay, so you have to also be very concentrated here. Okay, and then we'll move on to the reading and writing. So here you just have to put a tick if the sentence is correct and a cross if it's not correct. So how can we prepare for this part? It seems to be very simple, but we need to know what? The vocabulary, right? So we need to study the vocabulary. It is really essential for all the exams, all the Cambridge exams, because if you know the vocabulary, you will pass the exam with flying colors. Part 2 of the writing, you just have to write yes or no. Pay attention to the picture, okay? So look carefully. Part 3, we have pictures and the letters as well. You just have to write the word. Watch out not to make mistakes with the spelling, like for example, kitchen, chicken, some of the words sometimes you confuse. Okay, so double check. Part 4 is where you put the words in the text. Reread means read again the text and check if it makes sense. Okay? And part 5, again, you just have to write, we have to write one word, only one word. Okay, so you have to look at the picture, right? For example, how many chickens are eating? So we studied a lot question words. Focus on the question word, right? How many? 1, 2, 3. Look at the picture and write the answer as simple as that. Okay? Clear?